going on, my Super Sandwiches? Rhymestyle here, and today I'm doing something which I haven't done in a long time. Well, I guess technically I've done it last week when I talked about the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, but that doesn't count. This is the for realsy discussion because we have new Dragon Ball Super story stuff to talk about, featuring this guy right here, Moro. Now, to talk about this, I can't do this for myself, so I have to bring the homie Geekdom on. Geekdom, get your ass on this camera. Well, you can see Geekdom's little avatar. Yo, when are we gonna start doing, like, you know, double green screen talks? Because people know what you look like now. Like, I can't keep using your avatar for these.
When I buy a green screen, that's when.
Yo, Elgato, send this man a green screen.
Yes, Elgato, send me a green screen. Actually, get that done for me, thank you.
If you want, I can actually connect you with them. Today I want to talk about Moro. So again, this is Moro. This is basically the new Pokemon, villain that's going to be in the Dragon Ball Super series. Now, before I talk about him, because last time I made a Pokemon comparison, that character became my favorite character of all time in the series, of course, that being Beerus. When Dragon Ball Super Battle of Gods, Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods was first revealed, and they showed a poster of Goku fighting Beerus, I was like, why is he fighting a Pokemon? But I misjudged the character, and that character became one of my favorites in the series. Beerus is just awesome. So I don't want to judge Moro off of his character design yet, because again, we don't really know what he can do. Well, we kind of got a glimpse of what he can do in the most recent chapter. But I do want to say that I am kind of interested, and I'm somewhat invested off of these last two chapters. Now, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, in the description below is going to be two links. The first link being the end of the Turn of Power arc, which went into this new arc, which was revealed a month ago. And the second one being the most recent chapter released, which continues the story of Goku and Vegeta being kidnapped by the Galactic Patrol, which we'll talk about, and basically what's happening. By the way, this is all courtesy of Viz Media. It's perfectly legal. This is not sponsored either. You can always read the free chapters to get released in VJump on the Viz website. So go check this out in the description below. So Moro, what does Moro do? Do you want to kind of quickly talk about what Moro did off the lore, Geekdom?
Well, it's pretty awesome because the entire first section of the manga chapter is all backstory. It's kind of like the Broly movie where the first part is all backstory. And they talk about how Moro had some kind of rivalry or beef with the Supreme Kais, with Dai Kaioshin, aka the Grand Supreme Kai, and also South Kai is there. Well, Moro is like, I don't know if he's supposed to be like Dragon Ball's version of Galactus or from the Marvel comics, or Unicron from Transformers. There's a reference, because his ability, which is something that we've never seen before in Dragon Ball from anyone, including Jiren, Broly, even the Gods of Destruction, is he can take the life energy from a planet and turn it into an actual ball and eat it. So this man, like Galactus, he eats planets, but he doesn't eat like the surface of the planet or like the mountains and stuff like that.
He like absorbs it, yeah.
Like the life energy.
Yeah, I have a theory that, and again, this is just a theory spitballing out there, he might be an ex-god of destruction, which is what caused them to have that fight. Maybe he's like a god of destruction that went rogue or something like that, and they try to stop him. Essentially, what the Dagaishin did is he sacrificed all his power to seal him.
Yeah, which explains why he was so weak against Kid Buu, because or against Buff Buu, because we've always wondered, why are the Supreme Kais not as strong as Gods of Destruction? Well, it could be that a few of the Supreme Kais maybe had some kind of battle or something like this, and maybe that's why this happened. But it does kind of explain as to why the fat Dai Kaioshin went down so quickly.
It was that lore that got me invested as well. Because again, my problem with Dragon Ball is every time, it's not really a problem, this is more like a thirst. Whenever a new arc ends, I'm always thinking, what can they do next? They had Jiren, who was literally the strongest character in like all the universes, and then we saw how they had to beat him. Then they had Broly come back, which is a complete curveball, and not only just that, but he was stronger than Jiren. And then now it's like, well, what's next? How do you top Broly? How do you top Jiren? Well, the answer to that is you don't necessarily do it the same way you did it with, brute force. We saw this before. No. So
and I'm very happy because this guy's different. He's he knows magic.
Yep.
He's a warlock. Like, I like when they add twists. You go back to the original manga, when Toriyama created Cell and he became perfect, he was the ultimate kind of villain, where you had a character who had the cells of all the previous foes. Well, not all of them, but like Vegeta, Frieza, but he also had, Goku, Gohan, or, Goku, Vegeta, etc., Piccolo. But with Moro, and then when after they beat Perfect Cell, they went on to Majin Buu, because Toriyama was probably thinking, okay, what can I do to make another villain that's more powerful than Cell? Because Cell's like the perfect villain, no pun intended. And then you've got Buu, who's got all these magical abilities. So with Moro, he's like that. He's got abilities that may provide a challenge for Goku, Vegeta, and the Galactic Patrol.
Yeah, and the last time we saw that was the big one was Hit. When they first revealed Hit, he wasn't like the strongest, but like his abilities are so dangerous is what caused him to take Vegeta down like it was nothing. I almost took down Goku too until Goku figured it out because he's Goku. And we also saw in the Tournament of Power there were certain characters that were revealed that weren't necessarily super powerful, yet their techniques is what caused them to beat the Z-Warriors. Like for example, the invisible guy and the tiny guy. Like, wasn't a big fan of those, but again, it was like a different twist. Like being the strongest doesn't mean you'll win every single fight, which is what makes me like the Moro character so much. So, and the other thing that really got me invested again is I love the lore that they told, which revealed, you know, like I said, why the Kaioshin got weakened, and it shows you like the true threat. So again, I'm thinking he's got to be like an ex-God Destruction that went rogue, because those are some wild parts. Because like that's something God Destruction would do. It's like just be able to just like wipe out worlds like it was nothing. So
yeah, or maybe he's finally, maybe we're finally seeing an actual Kaioshin. I mean, I don't know. I don't think so.
That word keeps getting brought up.
It gets brought up every arc. Remember when people thought that Whis, when we saw the Battle of the Gods poster in 2012, people thought that Whis was a Kaioshin. I remember that was the big theory. Yeah. No, and the thing I love too about this was my favorite manga chapter we've gotten ever.
Yeah,
this is my favorite super.
It feels like it's actual storytelling, like. Because what Toy Tower does, and people love it, some people hate it, he tends to take like what's happened in the series and he does his own unique twist. So sometimes it's dope, sometimes it's not. But like I feel like this time, granted we also don't have an anime to go along with it, which we'll probably see in 2019 and 2020 over the course of the next couple of years. And you're probably going to see this animated as well. This feels like they're really focusing on story elements now. I guess this is a lot easier to focus on just like one thing as opposed to before, where the anime was already out and then it's like how do I tell the story? But essentially what happened is they show the lore. The Kaioshin seals Moro's power. They can't kill him because he's that powerful, so they instead imprison him for life, and he got out. So fast forward.
Well, what I want to know is how were they able to contain him as a prisoner? Was it because of the Kaioshin's power? That's all I can think of.
It's got to be a seal, but I feel like it's got to be someone on the inside, which was what I was about to get to. Someone on the inside of Galactic Patrol had to have been the one that got him out for whatever reason.
Oh yeah, I think it might be Mirrors, but again, I'm just speculating.
So Mirrors, I mean the bowl cut. Look at this man's bowl cut. You can't tell me he's not a bad guy. You don't wake up in the morning and think, "Yep, I'm a good guy with that haircut." You don't. You just absolutely don't. So
that's
Mirrors,
how I feel about Zank.
Yeah, big shot to Zank. The thing about Mirrors that makes it so dangerous is he's the one that subdues Boo. He also subdues Goku and Vegeta, the strongest words in basic existence. How? Well, he's that good. So from what we saw in the most recent chapter, which again you can read for yourself down below, we see a quick, I guess, battle between the Galactic Patrol and then two people stealing Blue Aurum, which is like
Pasta and Penne, I think their names were.
The names, pun on obviously Pasta.
And Penne.
Yeah. Basically, they're stealing this fuel source that they had enough of it they could blow up a planet. So I don't know if this has something to do with Moro or just like a side thing, but it's kind of like it shows you Mirrors in action. So it seemed the Galactic Patrol wasn't winning until Goku and Vegeta kind of like, you know, jumped in. But in all reality, the battle was already over before it even started. So according to
Vegeta even calls him out. Go ahead.
According to Vegeta's like analysis of it, he says that he can't figure out what Mirrors is doing because he's just moving so fast. My first thought was, and I'm sure Geek Demi probably talked about this as well, my first thought was it's got to be some form of time skip because this is the exact same thing he said last time he saw basically Hit doing X, Y, and Z. He's observing him and says, I can't figure it out.
Oh,
but
I did not think that.
But here's the thing. Going back to what I was saying, it's like when an arc ends, what's next? Without basically repeating stuff. I'm like, well, that's kind of time skip. I mean, we saw it already, if that is the case. However, at the same time, I think time skip is still so cool. It hasn't been fully explored yet. We saw basically Hit what he did in the past arcs, in the Tournament of Power, and then in the Champ arc, and it kind of introduced the idea of time skip. If they were to basically take that concept and expand on with Mirrors, number one, it makes Mirrors that much more dangerous, and number two, it gives us more story to how time skipping actually works. But at the same time, it's like, is that a problem for you guys seeing time skip all over again as opposed to see something brand new? Because obviously Moro being introduced, he's so different, he's unique, he's magical, and then here's basically Mirrors who's just Hit 2.0. Is that a problem for you guys if that ends up being the case? Let me know down below. But in my opinion, I think it's cool because again, time skip is so cool to me. People always ask me if you could pick any power in existence, what would you want? My answer now is time skip. After seeing what Hit did, I would love to be able to time skip. That'd be awesome. Which, by the way, if you have any power preferences for yourself, let me know down in the comment section below. But time skipping is awesome. But basically what we see is before Goku and Vegeta even intervene, Mirrors has already got the job done. So again, because of how powerful he is, I think they said he's the #1 TIE Patroller on the Force. I feel like, again, he's kind of got that villain vibe to me. But again, it's still too soon to tell. I feel like if there's anybody that can get Moro out, it's got to be him for whatever reason he has.
And I don't think Moro's the only villain in the arc either.
Oh,
I will
no
say
way.
another thing I love too about the manga chapter was that it established something that we had no idea about. We didn't know any of this, and that is that the gods, the Kais, have a relationship with the Galactic Patrol, and that's interesting because when you look at the Galactic Patrol, the way Jocko portrays them and the way they've been portrayed in the series, these guys are like kind of like they're weaklings pretty much. You know, Jocko's a joke character. You know, they can't do anything. They haven't been able to stop Frieza for how long, and yet, you know, now we know that they have ties to the gods, and that's interesting to me because, like, you know, we find out that Daikaioshin put Moro in the captivity of the Space Patrol, the Galactic Patrol, and that's interesting that they have like that kind of it makes the universe seem bigger. Even though I'm a little let down that we're still in Universe 7, I'm happy because this is what I want from Dragon Ball Super. I want these kinds of adventures. This is the first manga chapter that actually felt like an adventure. It's been a while.
We also been talking for long because we want to see an expansion of the Galactic Patrol, and now we're seeing that. What I think is interesting, also, didn't they say he absorbed like 320 planets, something like that?
Something like that, 325, 320. Yeah, he's a dangerous guy, which actually people have been saying that he's the reason as to why the mortal level was so low in Universe 7, and I'm like,
possible.
Yeah, like I was like,
wait,
it's not stated, but that's possible.
Do you remember how old Beerus is?
They never said, but very old. That's all I know. They never actually gave us a date.
I'm trying to place it now. Like, I can't. Is Beerus before or after Moro? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I have no idea. They never told us. They never told us. But I mean, also he sleeps for a long time, so he could have slept through this whole thing.
Well, because so they said Moro's like what, 10 million years old, something like that. Wasn't Beerus like 5-ish? Or am I tripping? No, that's Boo. It's Boo, right?
Boo was originally like, if the events of Boo was like 5 million years ago, the events of Moro was like 10 million. But yeah, Boo was retconned by Toriyama. He originally was created by Bibidi. Then later on, Toriyama says in an interview that no, Bibidi conjured him up. That Boo existed, since the beginning of time. Right. Yeah, that's an interesting look at things. But I don't know how old Beerus is. They never actually told us. But it's implied that it was implied by Whis that he could be replaced at some point, so maybe he is really old now.
Yeah. What I also want to mention is the reason why the Galactic Patrol show up to Earth is they kidnap Boo, essentially, trying to get the Daikaioshin out of him so they can figure out how to seal him again. Which again, it makes me wonder if that is the case, then why, maybe
they're trying to get the Daikaioshin's abilities out. Maybe Boo himself will do it with the Daikaioshin's powers.
Then in that case, I don't think Beerus did it, because why would Beerus be the one to basically lead the kidnapping of Boo and Goku Vegeta?
Well, you're right, unless maybe it's a plan to have Moro take out Boo and then fully, get rid of, it's like, I want to...
What if Moro ends up absorbing Boo himself? Because, I mean, like, if you can absorb planets, you got to be able to absorb people as well, in a way.
I mean, here's the thing about that. Here's the thing about that, though, okay? He absorbs energy, like health energy. Now, what is health energy? Health energy is Genki. What is Genki? That's the same energy that Goku taps into to use the Genki Dama, the Spirit Bomb. Now, with the translation, it being from Japanese to English, they're going to use the word Spirit Bomb, but Genki Dama is the way it's called. So, could it be possible that this Moro is using Spirit Bomb energy to live and to become more powerful? In which case, if Goku tries to use the Genki Dama on him, he might end up eating the damn thing. He might eat the Genki Dama and power up. We might see that in this arc.
This is why I'm excited about this, because it gives us all these curveballs. Prior to this, again, it's all like, how powerful can Jiren slap his chest, or how much can Broly yell before he beats up Goku and Vegeta, which again, they did it in the right way. I'm not trying to knock Broly because I love that movie, but like, the thing is the story's so different now, and they have so much they can tap into that there's a lot of storytelling potential, a lot of lore building, and that's what's got me more hyped than anything.
And I love lore. I love lore so much. What's one of the things about Broly, this is not a spoiler thing, but I felt like the Bardock stuff was too short, and you could tell. I don't know, we haven't talked about it, you and I, but you could tell that there's a lot of stuff that was probably cut out from that 3-hour script.
Oh yeah.
I wish we got a whole 2-hour movie version of that backstory, because there's a lot of Broly stuff that I'm curious, that I have questions about. So same thing here.
Yep. With that said, we don't want to talk forever, so we're just going to cut the video right here. So again, if you read the chapters, let us know your thoughts on Moro and what's going to happen down below. I'm excited to see what's going to happen, so let me know your best theories and thoughts. Who is Moro? Did he used to be God of Destruction? Is Beerus going to be the one that betrays everybody? Why would you walk away with that haircut? Give me all your thoughts down below. But with that said, as always, thank you for watching. My name is Geekdom. I was joined by Rhymestyle in today's video. And you know what? I'm going to have to come back again next month and talk about this, because now I'm invested.
Me too. This is the most fun I've had reading the manga in over a year.
Which says a lot. Which says a lot, because, anyways. Thank you for watching. Let us know down below. Hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed today's video. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Bye.